Hey everybody, so it's been a while since I've made a video, and this was a pretty big change I did that I didn't end up filming. Here's the 10-gallon. It used to be the planted 10-gallon with the betta in it, but it just got overrun by algae, so it's no longer planted, except for that Java moss right there. So I actually moved the betta to the fluval edge, and I took out all the sand and I just left the shrimp in here. I added some PVC pipes because I honestly thought the shrimp would go hide in it, but I don't think they like it as much as the crevices in the rocks. So I have a colony as well in my turtle tank, which is right behind me, and today I will be moving the colony back into here because the turtle tank isn't really for shrimp, and I think they'll do a lot better in this tank. Here she is, my three-striped mud turtle, Fern. It's very messy in here. Those are remnants of sand, broken snail shells, and some shrimp feces. Most of the feces in here are actually from the shrimp, so I'll move up. You can see, I don't know if you can see, there's some shrimp, there's one there. Probably more back here. I don't know, for some reason right now I just don't see very many. But there are a lot. They're probably all inside there. So I'm gonna be scooping them out. So I guess before I begin taking the shrimp out from the other tank, I guess I'll go through a few things, basic things that I do for this tank. So I do about a 10% water change every week, and I don't fill it all the way to the top. So that's the first thing. I don't fill the water up to the top, so I don't know if you can see, that provides a little bit of surface agitation. So if the water gets any lower than the spout, then I'll fill it back so that the spout's halfway, and I'll take out water up to maybe the tip of that cluster of hair algae over there every week, and I'll replace that. I feed the shrimp once a day, and I use these, I don't know if you can see, they're omega-1 veggie micro pellets, and yeah, I just put a little pinch in there, and they go crazy over it, I guess. They just, well, they do whatever they do shrimp things, they scavenge. They'll focus on these shrimp here. They're actually eating pellets right now. See, some of these shrimp are really nice and red, like that one there. And then I just have some that are like almost white. You can see a molt floating around there. Yeah, so I'm not sure if I will cull them, because I really don't care about their quality and color. So I'll probably leave them just as they are and just try to get a lot of them. That's what this Java moss is for. When this Java moss just grows out a little more, the shrimp will have more places to hide, and ultimately I can have more shrimp because there's more surface area for them to just walk around. Another thing you'll notice is I have some ram's horn snails in here. They're just babies right now, but once they get to about half a centimeter in diameter of their shell, they're going to be food for fern. So I'm just going to quickly go over the process I will go through to take the shrimp out of that tank and move them here, and I will quickly explain all the materials that I have and I'm gonna use, but it should be pretty straightforward. So what I'm doing now is I'm just sucking water out to lower the water level of the aquarium, and I'm also sucking out most of the shrimp poo and the snail shells just to make it a little easier to see the shrimp when I'm catching them, and to prevent a bunch of feces from going into the net when I'm catching them as well. So I got most of the shrimp droppings out of there. Pardon the filter, there's not enough water in this tank right now. But now you can see that there are shrimp in here. There are a lot of shrimp in here. And I'll be getting those out. But first things first, in this bucket here, I have to make sure that I didn't suck any shrimp out. So, I gotta wait for the water to stabilize because there's no way I'm seeing anything with that. But it looks okay so far. I don't see any motion, but we'll let that water stabilize first. So, as I said before, the materials are very straightforward. I have a net, and I have a small container to put the shrimp in after I net them out. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna get some water into this container. Say that much. And that should be okay. I'll leave it on this chair over here. Actually, I'll get a stool. I'll be right back. So here I've got this lovely white stool. The water is stabilized, I think. And yeah, there's no motion at all, which means I did not suck any shrimp out, which is quite surprising to me because I went very fast. Anyways, this net might be too big. I have a small one, but I'll try it out first. So, I'm actually terrible at netting shrimp, so this is gonna be an experience. This net has time being waterlogged. Usually, the shrimp just go right into the net, because you see it as a safe haven. They're in these moss balls here. I'm just trying to get them in. Whoa. Okay, so if you can see, which you probably can't, I got a very small one. I'll put it into the container, it'll be easier for you to see. There it is. That one's actually just super tiny. And I might need to go find a smaller net to use. But until then, I guess I'll get some more out. I'll try to at least. This one over here I'm gonna try to get. Okay, cool, I got it. So I'm gonna put this one in the container as well. I got a snail shell, I don't like that. Well, I guess I'll have a snail shell. It's not really focusing when you try to attack them. There we go. This one's a pretty big one, so I'll put this one in. Yeah, so that net is way too big. I'm going to try to find a smaller one. Pretty sure I have one. So I did find a smaller net, here it is. And I'd like to also point out that shrimp like to jump. So be careful with that. Don't have shrimp all over your floor. So I'll go for this one. Okay, so I got it in the net. I have to put my phone down to get it. And I'm just gonna take a bunch out now that you kind of see how I do it. And we'll see how many I can get. So I guess I'll go through my basic technique for catching shrimp. It's a lot more simple than you would expect, and shrimp are a lot dumber and slower than fish. So what I do is I push my net towards them with the base of the net touching the bottom of the aquarium, and I slowly shove and force the shrimp towards the wall of the aquarium. And since the shrimp is so small, it probably thinks that it only can swim up to get away from your net because of the size comparison. And since my water level is low, as soon as they swim upwards, I just scoop them up. It is easier to catch them with less water in your aquarium. So I had to fill the tank back up because that noise was driving me insane. I think I spooked Fern. She's hiding back here somewhere. Also known as I have no clue where she went. But oh, she's over there. Never mind. So I'm actually gonna feed her right now as well. She eats rectomin pellets and the occasional ram's horn snail. I don't know if she's gonna go for it right now though. Well, this glass is very dirty. There we go. Anyways, so I took out most of the shrimp. There's still a few in there, but I couldn't really get them out. I checked this again and there was actually one or two. I think there was just some really small ones in here. Here they are. Here are the shrimp I just took out. I didn't count, but there's probably at least 30 of them in there, and they're actually, some of them are munching on some food I put in there. If you notice, they're a lot less red than my other ones. Probably because in that tank over there, they needed to hide a lot, so their color disappeared as the generations passed. So, to put them in the tank, I was thinking of just doing it all in one quick swoop. Just gonna move this light over a little bit to the right, so I have space over here. The light almost fell in the tank. Okay. So, I'm just gonna sort of swoop over to one side, get everybody nice and cozy in the net. And yeah, there's a bunch of them in there right now. I don't want them to jump again, so, but I'm gonna do it really fast. And put my fist over it. Okay, there we go. And I'll just let them all out. If they choose to go out. And if they don't, I'll just thrash them out. Oh, there's still one in there. Okay, round 2. Only the little ones are left. But you see what I mean? If you just kind of like run them into a wall, they're gonna swim into your net eventually. Okay, so this is gonna take a little longer than I thought. There's a little bunch again. And I find that the little ones don't jump as much as the big ones. I find that the larger that the shrimp is, the higher it can jump, and the further away it will jump when you startle it. So, see, I'm just like creeping up on them, like, hey, get in the net. And these ones are a little more frustrating. Well, there's one, two, there's two, so I guess I'll put them in first. How many more are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 left. I'll do it this way. What I find is that usually when you get them against the wall, they start walking up. So once they start walking up, they don't have anywhere to go but into your net. Okay, I got another 2. Okay. And there are 1, 2, 3 left. I'm gonna go this way. Well, maybe I'll get all 3. Yep. Got all 3. Okay, so all the shrimp are in. Let me just make sure. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna tidy up real quick and I'll be right back. So I cleaned up. Look, there was a bunch of water stains on this glass in the front and it was really bothering me. So I got rid of them and I guess I'll give a clearer video as well. So those pale white ones swimming around not knowing what they're doing, and the really small ones that aren't like babies, those are probably the new shrimp. You can see they're just checking everything out. There's one right there. There's a really small one. There's my old shrimp just chilling there. Here's a large pile of them right here. But I think most of these are old as they're pretty red. So they're all munching on some micro pellets. Those ones are probably new in the back over there. And same with that one up there. Yeah, but they're probably mostly hiding in the rocks right now because they're not used to their environment. There's one right there, that really white one behind, right there. There's another one. Yeah, but there's really no way of 100% telling which one's which, so I'm just gonna stop there before I make up some BS. Anyways, so I just added a huge number to my colony, and hopefully that number will continue to increase, and in a few months, probably like half a year, that turtle tank will probably have a ton of shrimp again, and then I'll probably take them out again. Yeah, so thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment. I want to know what you guys think about my videos. See you next time.